on phonics. We were taught to read phonetically. So you'd sound out the different words. So it was a sound, it was an auditory process. You'd sound out the words. What, so you'd sound out the words. See Dick run, run, Dick, run. Remember those books? I don't know, maybe I'm dating myself. I don't know, we'll make any jokes about dating myself. It's just ridiculous. But, we learned how to read phonetically. So therefore, many of us thought that to spell things, what would you do? Apply the same process.
Sound it out.
Sound it out, right? But what's amazing, you can't even spell the word phonetically. Fun, F-U-N, et, E-T, ick, I-K, L-E-E. Right? You just can't do it. It doesn't work that way. And then they teach us how to count, like oni, two, three, 40, 50. 6 works. 6 is a good word. I like 6. 7, that's okay. But 8, oh my God. All this goes down in a handbasket at that nini. Right? So you can't do the numbers. And that's just English.
Well, English is one of the worst languages
Is it?
used phonetically.
Yeah? Okay.
Among those that I know better of.
So we want to...
So are good spellers more visual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out...
That's very true.
Turns out that not all, but a lot of good spellers are visual. In other words, they see the word in their mind, and they have a way of storing it so that they can, retrieve it, access it visually. Doesn't mean that there's no auditory component. It just means that it's not the driving auditory component. It's not the driving component. Right? Some good spellers have an auditory component as well. Other good spellers are strictly visual. But visual is always for spellers a prime element of their strategy. So early on, the creators of NLP, I think Robert Dilts particularly, created what we now know as the spelling strategy. Just by the way, a lot of NLP, you talk about people who go to other NLP trainings and they've gotten certified in 5 days or whatever. It's because NLP has this process of modeling has left behind a bunch of strategies, left behind a lot of techniques, right? So there's the 6-step reframe, right? Step 1 is you find out what the problem is, and you talk to that part that's responsible for creating the problem. Step 2 is, there's 6 steps that were outlined from what? Somebody modeled, somebody knew how to do something. And then they said, okay, this is how they did it. This is what they did first. This is what they did second. They modeled their ability to do something. And then they said, now that we've modeled them, I'm calling this a 6-step reframe. Somebody did a change in person history because why? They modeled somebody who had the ability to go back into their history and change stuff. Said, wow, how do you do that? And they modeled them, and then after they modeled them, they said, I'm going to call this the change person history technique. So they sort of wrote this recipe book of these different techniques. And now people go around teaching, I'm going to teach you NLP by teaching this recipe book. And once you've known these steps, now you're certified as an NLP practitioner. And they're kind of missing the guts of it, which is why we call this course, generative NLP, because we're teaching you like what's behind all those recipes, how you can create your own recipes. You don't have to stick to that book. And one of the recipes that we got from all this modeling stuff is this spelling strategy. It really has a wonderful application because it really does work. It really does work. Is that you find how you can spell things visually. And the chief component is, as you see here, chunking and visualizing it. So who's a good speller here? Anybody really good speller? Excellent. Who's not such a good speller? Anybody not such a good speller? Okay, who just doesn't bother to raise their hand because they just don't really care?
I don't know anymore because when you type on things, it corrects it for you. So I just assume I'm a good speller. I'm a good speller.
I've gotten so good at spelling. Look at me go.
Well, the new Microsoft Word programs,
Yeah.
it literally tells you on the side when you're typing. I was watching a girl on the train use it, and I haven't used mine as much as her, but it will literally go on the side, little bleeps will be like, oh, fragmented sentence, it would be better, like, you're not thinking anymore. You could, you know, like it tells you right away when you're misspelling
Thank you
something.
so much, Bill Gates.
Which is so annoying for Canadian spelling because it always autocorrects you. Spelling.
You're like, oh, I'm Canadian.
They don't have a separate spelling?
Well, it's English.
No, Google and, well, Canada's weird. It uses American spelling for some things and British spelling for other things. Like labor is the old way, L-A-B-B-O-U-R.
So the British spelling for labor.
Yeah, things like that. So
So you got your own problems.
You Canadian.
So you, Mr. Francesco, that's spelling wrong.
I'm horrible.
All right, you're really.
I'm a really atrocious speller.
Okay, cool. So close your eyes. How do you spell necessary?
Necessary.
Very good. So you got that one right. I'm really glad.
Spell it.
I was just been up here for hours and you're the first person in the class, so I'm glad you got that one. Were you able to do that before today?
When you immediately said, "Can you spell necessary?" I'm thinking, "Oh, N-E-S." Wait.
That's good. All right, so how do you spell, let's say, Albuquerque? Hello, Ira. Glad you could come. All right,
Let's see.
Albuquerque.
A-L.
Let me see. Time out,
B.
ladies and gentlemen. Time out. When I asked the question, how do you spell Albuquerque? Someone in the front row, I won't name any names. What kind of strategy might you think that is? Is that a visual strategy?
Visual.
kinesthetic.
Is it kinesthetic?
You thought it was visual?
I thought it was visual because she's trying to see it.
Well, she's
Yeah,
writing
right,
it out with
but-
her finger, though. She's
Oh.
not seeing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's probably all three. She's probably seeing it, talking to herself, and also physically writing it out.
Figure it out.
What would you say? Having done it, what would you?
Both visual and, well, all three actually, but,
Because you were saying it to yourself, I could see your lips moving when you were doing
yeah,
it.
okay, but it helped, I had to get the letters.
So yeah, she could see it, she was talking to herself, and she was physically doing it, so it's all three. Are you good spelling?
No, yeah, but first I tried just seeing it, and then I used my finger. It's just visual wasn't working. Actually, I'm aware of that, yeah.
That is so interesting. See, this, you really need to do this.
I did on that word, because it's a tricky word.
Yeah.
Question with that. Is that always necessarily just like a visual, kinesthetic, or auditory thing? I mean,
What? It's what, notice my meta model skills here,
Right,
I
right,
don't
right.
think it right. Is what always visual, auditory, kinesthetic?
you don't know how to spell a word, and
Yeah.
so you, rather than just, you know,
Now you're saying I don't know how to spell a word?
No, no,
Is that
when-
specific word?
a person does not know how to spell a word.
Generalized person doesn't know, yeah.
And they're, the person's having trouble spelling this word,
Yes.
they then begin to, you know, use their hand or they close their eyes as a technique in order to ascertain the spelling of that word.
Okay.
Is that always a visual, kinesthetic, or auditory thing? The
Yes.
thing being the thing I just described.
It is
The,
always one of
phrases.
those three or all three together.
Because what I think is that in some cases,